Well, our nation's motto, "In God We Trust," igniting a debate on the Minnesota State Senate floor over a bill that simply allows schools to, get this, voluntarily display posters with the saying on it. But some lawmakers, Democrats, argued the motto doesn't belong in schools and that it's offensive. Listen.
I'm wondering if Senator Hall would feel the same if students walked in and instead of the word God, the word Allah, which is the word for God in the Muslim religion, welcome students to their schools.
This is a God who spoke against money, and the money I carry in my wallet has to say, "In God we trust." I think that's offensive.
He thinks it's offensive. Those are two Senate Democrats from Minnesota. Our next guest authored the bill, which did end up passing the state Senate. Minnesota State Senator Dan Hall joins us now. Senator, thanks for being here. So first of all...
You bet. Thanks, Pete.
Absolutely. First of all, tell us what your bill did, what your amendment does. And second of all, did you anticipate this kind of reaction from Democrats?
Well, the amendment is pretty simple. It allows a school to put up the national motto in the school on a wall, wherever they want, except in a conspicuous place. And there's no cost to it. The cost would come from the community if they wanted it.
So it's voluntary, and it's not on the taxpayer
Totally.
dime. The schools can choose. And yet these Democrats get up. So you introduced this. You thought it would be largely non-controversial because it is our national motto. And what were you thinking when you were getting this response? Hey, I don't want it on my money or in my schools.
Well, you know, I just figured that the opposition would be really short. There wouldn't be a whole lot of opposition. When I started hearing more and more of this, I thought, really, they don't want it that much in their schools? I can't imagine that. That's not how I grew up. And my whole premise was, how about bringing respect back in the schools? We've lost a lot of respect for those things in life that we should be respecting.
Why is God, the mention of God in our schools, controversial for the left today?
You know, there seems to be an anti-faith movement in our country to suppress anything that is religious in any way and wipe it out of government. I only assume that if you take those things out of government, if you take the things that are respectful out, you're going to put in something different. And I hate to say what that could be, but I'm here to tell you we need to bring respect back to our country and religious freedom. We are one of the great countries of religious freedom. That's why people come here. And so why couldn't we put our national motto, "In God We Trust," back in the schools?
It's a great point. When we stripped God out of the schools, we replaced it with something else, like ideological indoctrination, and we're seeing the fruits of that right now. Senator Dan Hall from Minnesota, keep up the fight. We'll be following the bill to see if the governor actually signs it. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. Keep up the fight.